lyrical depth, resilience, and urban fashion. We're talking about Keeny, a hip-hop and Afrobeat artist. He's a guest for the morning. Let's move it right there and have a conversation with him. Barnabas.
I know.
I saw the name, I'm like, okay, because we have Barabbas and we have Barnabas.
Yeah.
Yes, so there's a difference in that.
You know your scriptures.
F1.
Yeah.
I hope I got it right.
Yeah.
We're so humbled having you on the show this morning.
Great. I've been wanting to be here. I was supposed to be here for a very long time, but then the schedules and the ups and downs, we have to keep moving. But I mean, God being so good, I'm finally here. I love the fact I'm in the studio. It's cozy up in here. You guys are chill.
You're chill. How good, bro?
I wish I could remain for here.
Well, great. We find ourselves in the month of independence. We're talking Ghana. We're celebrating Ghana and embracing our real culture.
Yeah.
Do you still think Ghana we have independence?
Of course we do. I mean, there's a lot of freedom we enjoy. There's a lot of peace. Sometimes a little bit of brouhaha here and there. But I mean, Ghana has actually come a long way, and we are doing good. It's just that some little lapses here and there, but we're good. I'm also wearing Ghana. This is a made in Ghana brand by my friend. So
still representing Ghana.
Representing.
Okay.
I like the shirt. It's really cool.
Yeah, Broadway.
It will look good on you.
Not bad at all.
So what are we doing?
Maybe you strip the shirt off where he's going.
But Keeny, let's just get into conversation, right?
Yeah.
We are interested in the basics, right? What drew you to what you love doing now? What drew you to hip-hop? What drew you to the kind of music you're making now? Was it like a music video you watched, or you saw someone performing, or you read from I just want to understand what drew you to music in the first place.
Well, I developed the love for music at a very young age. As at that time, I wasn't picturing myself as an artist.
Okay.
I was just loving what I saw on TV. I see other artists. I feel like I want to be like these people. So I'm standing in front of the mirror. I'm dancing. I'm doing all the other stuff. So initially that was what it was, and then I grew up in an environment where it's more of. I come from Aplau, in the Volta region. So that side is more of when the oldies are talking, you don't talk back. That we were raised like that. So most of the time there's a lot of stuff you wish you could say. So the music or the rap thing became my getaway, or like a safe haven for me, because whatever that was kept inside of me, I was doing it on the side, hiding and saying it. If I have to tell you, why are you saying that to me? I have to go out somewhere and be saying it to myself, So that's how it all started.
Right.
I just wanted to have a voice.
You just wanted to have a voice. So it was a place where you could be yourself and not be judged or not be scolded or anything. Okay. But the way you had to hide to do these things, then it brings me to my next question: reception from family, mom and dad. When it comes to music at that time, were they supportive, or they did not like the idea of you pursuing music?
Well, I actually grew up with my granny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I stayed with my granny most of my childhood. My mom was kind of moving around a lot, so I was with my granny, and they didn't accept that, because coming from where I come from, there is no example. There is no one else to point out, okay, this person from my flower has been able to be a successful musician. Right. So it's like a risk I was about to take. So there was nothing like that. So they didn't actually accept it. But fate. Maybe I believe that it's a calling. This is what I've been called here to do. So even though they were not really happy, I still stood my grounds. I had to run from home, come to Tema, sleeping in the studio couch for 2 years, just pursuing this thing. So I think I believe I just have to do it. So.
Wow, this is sacrifice, because you know what you want to do. But when you were starting initially, were you singing first, rapping, or you were doing both?
I was just rapping.
Just rapping.
Because that was my first love. I just wanted to say stuff. And I have that life of the party character. All the way in school, you have to be the one that makes people laugh, crack jokes and all that. So I have that. I want to always wow people. So I felt like rap was is something that brings out the creativity in you. You know, you have to say some witty lines. People will be like, wow, you know.
And then the rhyme and everything.
Yeah, so that's how it all started for me. The singing, along the line, I discovered that, okay, well, I mean, music is not just rap. You move from being a rapper to now becoming a musician. So there are a lot of sounds you sample. You're on a hip hop song, you're on an Afrobeat song as well. So you have to be able to balance it. But I'm more of a rapper than a singer.
Yeah. And then your people love the rap more than the singing too.
They just love my music, anything I put out, because I've been able to grow a fan base over the years who love my versatility and the way I go different on the type of sounds I do as well. So yeah, they love it.
Good.
Great. All right. Now let's even talk about sacrifices you made to prove that you indeed love music. Because you mentioned that you left home.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't call that a sacrifice. I'll call that run away. You know, you just trying to move away.
I ran because
away,
they were not allowing me to do it.
What you want to do.
It was more of for where? Here.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
Resources.
not even about resources. It's like yourself, you're already scared because you know that this is a risk. There hasn't been any like really made musician from where I'm coming from. So your parents are not convinced that you are going to be the first person to do it.
Great. And now let's even talk about early influence, because definitely when growing up you have people you're listening to, kind of songs and the style. And I know we'll move into the Volta region. You said from Aklau, right? It's all about the drums and the culture display and everything. Let's talk about influence to music as well.
Well, I'm taking it back to when I was like very young. Back then, there wasn't like much ever musicians. You know, it was the scene was dominated by the Akan, Fanti music. You know, even in the Volta region, we are listening to Miss Bell, Castro. But then I had the advantage of getting the francophone influence because of Togo. So I was listening to a lot of francophone music as well. So I had a lot of influences. I'm listening to some Sagacité, that there are francophone dances and all that. And then I'm in Ghana, I'm listening to something like Deba, So it's like some cross-pollination kind of stuff. But then because of rap, I was listening more to the hip life music, not Kenya and the rest. And then coming up, Adam came through, Sarkodie. Like I was just listening to a lot of musicians because I needed to find a sound and a path to follow.
And how would you describe his sound now when we talk about Keeny Eyes?
I think I'm more of a sound salad because I do anything. Even though I'm a rapper, rap can go on any kind of sound because rap is not like a rhythm. It's an ability. So when it's dancehall and you feel you can still rap on it, you do it. When it's Afrobeat, when it's hip hop, anything, So that's why I said earlier that being a rapper was just a raw state of the whole thing. But then now becoming a musician is when you choose the type of sound. If it's going to be commercial, if it's just going to be a street kind of sound and everything,
Okay, and with rap music, definitely it has to do with you communicating to the people. Because you mentioned that, back then where you're coming from, you can't talk to another person. So you move back there, so and express your thing in there. But what is the message you're mostly trying to put across to your audience or viewers?
Okay, well, I'm mostly concentrated on motivating and entertaining at the same time. Because I grew up in a very I don't really like to address it that way, but then I come from one of the bottom places you can find. I come from the hood, like down there, so I know how difficult it is to become something like me. So being able to go through the journey and get to this level, I think it's just ideal for me to motivate others because I didn't have a motivation back then. No one to use as an idol. So now that I have become an idol for the little kids in the hood, I need to make sure I motivate them and let them see that this journey, it's possible. So at the same time, I have to entertain you because I can't keep advising you or giving you motivation or putting you in your emotions all the time. Sometimes you need to dance. You need to enjoy life because we are just here for some particular period of time. So you still need to enjoy it.
Okay. Now, before even coming, you said something that really hit hard, mentioning that you didn't have the motivation back then because parents were already not in support of what you were doing. At that moment, having inspiration, even moving from the Volta region, coming to Accra, different setting altogether. What would you say was the driving force? What was, what kept you pushing? I need to do this, I need to do that.
Well, I think number one is instinct. Okay. Number two is the feeling that this is my purpose, this is what I want to do. Because coming up all the way through primary school, JHS, down to SHS, I was doing a lot. I was playing soccer, I was acting, so even right after senior high school, I was playing professional football, But then I had to actually sit and be like, okay, what do I want to do going forward? I have all these things, but I need to focus on one because I can be playing soccer and be acting and still be doing music.
Why not?
It's a lot because it's a whole industry. Imagine you having to focus on soccer, the trainings, travels, and everything, and then you have to now go on set to go act, and then now go in the studio.
You read your scripts, it's not easy.
It's a lot. Even writing the music is a lot. So I had to sit and decide, okay, among all these three, music feels like fun, but still going to be able to pay me, feed my family. So why not? If I have to do the thing, enjoy it, doesn't feel like work, but still get paid, then this is it. Yeah, so I just decided to.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Beautiful. Now, when we visit your catalog, we know that you did have an EP dropped called The Ice Code. Let's talk about it and the whole motive behind the EP.
That is my third EP. I dropped my very first one, Border Vibes, in 2021 to talk about my journey, my experiences, the things I want to do, what I'm seeing then, and all that. And then I came with Soundcheck. That is more of the melodious side of Keeny Eyes, trying to show people that outside the rap I can do this thing. I have melodies in me as well. And then Ice Cold because I feel like I've gotten to a mature state, just like water freezes into ice. I went through that process, so now I'm grown, I'm matured, I can do any kind of music I want. So Ice Cold.
Ice Cold.
Yeah.
And how was the reception like?
Crazy, good numbers. I have great songs in there, like a lot of like enjoyable music. I was actually just preaching. I wasn't doing too much of trying to be all creative, trying to get you into the deepest part of your mind. I was just keeping it, surface level, and then a little bit more relatable.
Right.
So,
and you also recently appeared on Stoneboy's EP that is making global hit like waves. How did you come about that, like the collaboration being featured on Stoneboy's piece? How did that come about?
Most of the time when I get this question and I put out the answer, it's like I'm fronting, but for real, like it just came.
It just came.
Yeah, I didn't go push for anything. I was there, and then we had a WhatsApp group. We have a WhatsApp group that we normally, myself and my management, so they just put the song in there, and they're like, Charlie, Stoneboy sent a song for a verse. I was like, I thought it was a prank, we normally do that to ourselves. So.
Was it the month of April?
I thought maybe after downloading the audio, it's going to be those normal funny sounds and all. So I downloaded it anyway, and then for real, it was Stoneboy. I was kind of struck because I wasn't ready for it, but then I was just enjoying the music. For like 2 weeks, I was just listening to the song. Didn't even want to write anything. I was just enjoying the vibes. And then after that, I had to now get into the zone that, Charlie, this is a feature. You have to be fast and put your verse on it. I did it, sent it to my manager. He sent it back, and then we were just waiting for the release. I didn't know it was going to be on an EP. So when it came out and then it was on an EP, another dose of joy, because being able to be picked out of 1 million talents in Ghana to be on Stoneboy's EP, a global EP, is something. It's a huge milestone for me as an artist, especially looking at my journey and where I'm coming from. So yeah, big shout out to Stoneboy. because aside that, he's been able to put me on some very huge stages, gave me some particular opportunities to meet some people and all that through that song. So
wow.
Yeah.
So you at tour recently? Did you perform?
Yeah. I performed at the stadium with him, and then I performed in Ho as well. I mean, Ho there, that's my house.
That's
like
nice.
I mean, I'm one of the biggest names in the Volta region, so it's just ideal to have me on there. And then number 2, I'm on a song with him too. So
what do you guys love the song?
Hoseto means believer. So the concept of the whole song is, you say you're a believer, but you're always planning evil. You know, you're envying people's progress and blah blah. You know, just that thing, the two-faced kind of lifestyle. You know.
I want to hear your verse. Like, can you sing a line or two?
Anointing oil, the tamamzi mazamola kozomira pakwaji. Bibla la hatu mazaviala kwa mawola mi communion da takwaji. Wawe wodung vaga fufu adomno do maglong vaga baba domno ko wadomani adrashi de moto wapo waga not kasa kuku adomno. And then I shock say them, I say name no be EDBSF because of the way they be two-faced. They wish they go replace me because I they get all the replace. Bo me a ten me o chakachumo me a law me o aje no kutoji aje bayamaha aje.
Wow, that's so nice. You know, we can't do away with our local dialect. Anytime we try, you know, fusing it with entertainment, it brings a different vibe. And today being Thursday is more like a throwback. Let's go back in time and talk about your feature with Castro.
Okay.
That was
crazy.
Yeah. How did it come about? He being part of us again. How does it feel?
You know, I think I have this thing that when I have to get bigger artists that are bigger than me on a song, or be on a song with a bigger artist, it just happens.
Okay.
You know, because with Castro I was just in the studio, like recording my verses for that particular song, and then myself and the producer were thinking of who to put on the hook, because back then I was just rapping and I was just a raw talent coming up, very young, just serving in the studio, doing the errand boy and blah blah blah. So already I've met Castro like a couple of times. They come to the studio, he's like, FO, how are you? And we have that vibe, you know. And then I was in the studio recording that day, and then he came unannounced. Then he sat there, he was just watching me do the thing. When I came out of the booth, like, Charlie, this is your song, the beats, I like them. I would love to take them from you, but you're my man. So I want to do something on the beat for you.
Wow.
Yeah,
so the beat is yours, so he can't take it away, but we can actually work on something.
You know, because I was already voicing it, so it's going to be, even though some people can just look elsewhere and do it, they'll just close their eyes and be like, Charlie, yo, I like this beat, give him another beat. But he felt like, okay, I'm just a young talent struggling to find my way up there, so he needed to give it a push. And he was actually sick. I think he was holding medicine in a cup before he came to, but then he still did it, dropped the hook, gave me a verse. Like, it was crazy. It was just happening like a movie, because I was even barefooted in the studio that day. Yeah, I remember everything. But then, after 2 weeks after the song was recorded, with all the plans, he was like, oh, don't worry, when I have any show, I'll take you along. I was really excited because I knew that when that thing happens, the people back home are going to go crazy, because this is someone whose music I've been dancing to when I was in primary school, and then now having him on a song. So 2 weeks after the whole thing, then the incident happened. That was one of my biggest heartbreaks, because I knew what that song and Castro was going to do for me. But then, I mean, the universe had other plans. So yeah.
But did you ever think at the moment, because you know sometimes we're on the verge of our breakthrough, then something happened? Were you trying to attribute it to something like, hey bro, this is quite spiritual, they want me to do and all that? Did you have those
where I come from, it's normal to have those thoughts, you know, because we've been raised to know that very early in life that there's stuff like that. We've been raised to know that people, you know, do things to people spiritually, you know, so that thought came. But then me being a hustler, I don't really pay attention to all that, because I feel like whatever the universe plans for you is surely going to happen. So one thing I consoled myself with was that the thought that maybe whatever was coming was too big for me. You know, this is me, an unknown artist, inexperienced, and then having a whole Castro on a song with you. So I felt like the universe was trying to be like, no, not yet.
Maybe you're not ready to receive such milestone.
So I still put out the song anyway, but just for the sake of putting it out. Because as at the time he wasn't around, family members will still complain that are you trying to ride on the fact that he's not here.
Yeah, again.
So taking something.
Yeah, so I just put out the song and left it.
Wow.
Yeah.
But looking at the journey and looking at the game, because I've always said the music industry is like a game. Would you say it's been fair to you?
Well, yes and no. Because coming from where I come from, already there's this thing in the industry that is like, there are some languages that don't really have that traction because of the number, the populace that speaks it. So being an ever artist was kind of challenging back then, and then resources, because independent artists having to rub shoulders with people who are having structures behind them, record labels behind them. Crazy, but then I've been able to pull it through just through my dedication and my commitment to the work, because I was fortunate enough to have my very first experience in a studio where I see Davido, I see Sarko there. I was in the studio session for Adonai. I was in the studio session for Adams, Zero to Hero. I was in the studio session for R2B's and Davido's Baby Don't Leave Me. So like I was there learning all these things.
Wow.
So knowing the game that early, I had to apply all those things to my journey. So I was keeping some kind of obstacles. But those were the paramount ones, like the language and then funding. Funding has always been a problem. Even now that I've become a very commercial and marketable brand, it needs a lot of investment. So yeah.
Right. But were you ever advised to stop like rapping in your local dialect because of language barrier? Did you ever get people telling you that maybe you should stop there ever and just do more of English because that may be more appealing and you'll be able to get more attention? Did you ever get such remarks or suggestions?
Multiple times. People be like, people don't understand. Back then it was a thing. But I'm still saying that I felt like I needed to be the head of something. I needed to be the cheerleader for something. So I was having that feeling that ever music needed to be paramount in the industry. They need to feel us. So I'm not here to brag, but the people that know that I've done it for ever music over the years. I've been able to stand my grounds, push the sound, and right now, ever music is not a surprise anymore. When people are doing music in ever, everybody knows that okay, we've done it over the years. And being part of the people that actually spearheaded that thing is some kind of pride for me. Because right now, even though it's not entirely ever music for me, I try to balance it because the band is going international. Because I'm in Lagos, I'm in Dubai, I'm traveling around performing and all. So now the audience is growing. So I'm trying to kind of balance it. But then Keeny is one of the names that comes to head when you talk about music from the Volta region, music made in heaven, Yeah, so, well, they've said it, but we've been able to prove them wrong. So here we are.
That's very good. And you've had lots of collaborations. We spoke about Stoneboys and Castro, but then we've got you Fuan and Edem and so many more. Let's talk about the collaboration that taught you the most as an artist.
It Be God featuring Victor Eddie of Nigeria. 2018, one of the biggest songs in Ghana back then. I had to go to Lagos, I had to even tour Nigeria. I was performing in Delta State, I was performing in Edo State, I was performing in Lagos, I was going into Abidjan, I was in Togo, I was in Benin. Like I was seeing the job, I was seeing it happen. And I was like, okay. So when you go outside Ghana, the culture of promoting music is different. And that was when I got to learn very early that talent is just like 10% of the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you need to pay your way. It's a business.
You said pay your way.
Showbiz TV doesn't run on water. You need resources to keep the lights on. You need resources to, sometimes you innovate. Like, I don't know, like improve the quality of, even if you want to improve the quality of your pictures, you need money. So It's not like paying your way as in trying to bribe your way through, but you need to pay for your, it's a business, so you need to pay for your product. Yes, invest into the product if you want to see it go far. And I mean, Coca-Cola is still investing, doing adverts every day. One of the most, one of the brands we've known from childhood. They are still doing commercials and everything. So then I got to know that no, it's like 15% talent and 85% investment, you know. And then you need to be present. You have to always be there. You have to chase it. You have to make sure it's happening. Even though you have a team, you have to always be there, you know. I mean, I can send my team to do the interview on my behalf. Yeah, so it's a whole lot of work, dedication and thing, and then funding.
Right. So that collaboration with Victor A.D. Tochidaba, the one that the connection felt very natural. That collaboration, that the connection and everything felt so natural. Like you didn't have to really do too much, and then the other person didn't have to do too much. Just like you were in synergy, like it was so natural.
I've had it's crazy because almost all my collaborations are like that. We don't get to force, as I said earlier, it just happens, you know. So, but the one that I felt more connected to the artist, I still think it's Victor A.D.'s collab. Because I mean, we met just like 2-3 days earlier to the studio session. We met, we vibed, as if we've been friends for a very long time. We went out, I mean, we went to the club. He was in Accra. We were roaming in Accra, went to Lagos, we were together. And then he came back to Ghana. Then I was like, yo, what's up? Can we just do something because it's long overdue? Like, oh yeah, why not? Took him to the studio right there and then we did it. After doing it, we sat, had a long chat, you know, roam about a little bit, and then we just parted ways.
Okay. But you know, which one is more challenging for you? Having the artist with you in the studio recording from scratch, or having to send your verse to the person, like you're listening to the person's side before you record yours, or seeing the person like at the studio with you doing work together? Which one is more challenging and easy to do?
Challenging, I won't say, but sometimes, you know, imagine you're my friend, you send me a song, I might not really be feeling the song, but because of you, I need to force my verse onto the song. So when the song is not a vibe, that is where the challenge is, because now you have to crack your head and want to find ways to do it. But then when the song is already hitting you, the lyrics just flow, you know. So when we are in the studio together, creating it, it's fun and it's nice. When you send it to and the song is a jam, real quick. So once the song is not really my vibe, but I have to force myself onto it, that is where the challenge is. But I mean, it's all part of the job. So yeah, sometimes you need to face the challenges so you can go deep into your head. So yeah.
Okay, now let's even talk about recognition when it comes to the rap music or the rap industry, because I know it's been in conversation for a lot of time. You go out there, we are trying to make rap music very visible, and there's still a struggle. What do you think is the problem?
Well, I mean, Africans, we are rhythm people. We love to dance, you know. And then we've known from days of old that you drink your problems away, you know. So imagine you're drinking at a sport. You're thinking a lot and you're drinking, and then someone is rapping in here, like, you know. So our people, majority love the danceable music, Afrobeat. And then rap is more of a, we see it as a foreign kind of genre. Even though we know that Africans, the slaves were actually already doing rap. We felt like, oh, it will be some foreign thing, so we don't really. But then Ghana is one of the powerhouses of rap music in Africa. So yeah, we are still pushing the culture. One of the biggest rappers in Africa is Sarkodie. So yeah, that is just sign that rap music is paramount in the GH. Just that, you know, imagine somebody working in the mines. Excuse me, it's illegal, but imagine the Galamsey person where you did the mad inside the doing thing. You know, we really want to listen to some Jay-Z. We like to listen to Miami Dokono, Miami Hono, because we can relate, you know. So yeah, we are also doing it our way. We might not be doing it too sophisticated, but I mean, we are doing it the Ghanaian way and they are loving it. So
okay, and let's even talk about visibility, because it's very crucial in every artist's life. I listen to your conversation, I look into your catalog. There's been big collaborations. You've seen the in and out when it comes to recording and everything. Do you think you've gotten the recognition, or you still want to add more to the visibility?
Me, I be Oliver Twist though. Yeah, I always want more.
Yeah.
Sometimes my managers are like, what's up? You know, because it's like right after doing something big, I'm already thinking of what is next. You know, because I still keep saying it. Where I come from, you need to prove beyond reasonable doubt that this thing it will happen. You know, and even though I've done it over the years, I still feel like, okay, why can't I feel the OVO Arena? Why can't I feel Stade de France? How can I do that?
Yeah.
You know, so always cracking my head to make sure I make a big move. And the visibility has been here. I mean, a lot of industry people know Keeny Eyes. A lot of people on the street, when you do a street quiz right now, Keeny Eyes is a paramount household name. But then, just as I said, we still want more. Saturday is still grinding. Burna Boy is still grinding. Davido, they are still pushing for big things to happen. So I'm also on the journey.
You
Let me come in a bit. You said that you still want more, but then at this point in your life as an artist, how would you describe success?
Well, I think success is a mindset. Yeah, because I can decide and be like, okay, I've done enough. I'm successful. So let me just maybe retire, go live my life or something. Someone might be like, but you're okay. Why are you still grinding? So it's all in the mind. You decide to be like, okay, I'm successful, because maybe having 10,000 cedis in your account, it's enough for you, but someone needs $100 million to be okay. So it's all in the mind.
It's all in the mind. Yeah. Great. And you know, each and every time we're talking about artists who are very visible, we go like the A-list art. There are some names that we care every single time, but we move out there, we see lots of talent. We see people who are capable, people who are even doing more than these A-list artists. Do you think our entertainment industry is not open enough to embrace all these people, or what is actually the problem? Because we keep mentioning some names each and every time. It's getting boring.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. It's just 15% talent and 85% system. You know, when you have a structure behind you, your brand is always in the face of the people. And when you are lucky enough to be so talented and have it behind you, you're good. You know, so it's an industry, but I call it a jungle. You either eat or you are either at the table to eat, or you're on the menu. You know, so you have to find your way. You have to find your way. If you really want it as bad as you think, you have to find a way. You know, because all these greats we keep mentioning, when you look back at their journey, they found a way. You know, they have to find a way. And even back then, the systems were not like flexible like now, that you have social media. You can just be in your corner and do your thing. Back in the days, you have to come to a crack by force. You know, and I came from that era. So with all the experiences gathering from those CD to pen drive eras, now to social media and all the plugins and blah blah blah, you know, I think I'm equipped with a lot of experience to be able to last long. So what I'm mostly focused on is how to now invest properly, because sometimes you might have the budget, but then you put it at the wrong place, and you know, so you have to surely find a way.
And speaking of longevity, like you mentioned, often Ghanaian rap artists struggle to gain global recognition. You mentioned Sarkodie, we can go and mention Obrafo and the like. These are people that they've been there since, and from time to time they keep pushing. But then generally rap artists here in Ghana, they often struggle with gaining, you know, that global recognition. What do you think needs to be changed, in your opinion?
Nothing needs to be changed. What needs to be more highlighted is the investment. I keep saying it, you know, because Afrobeat is conquering the world right now because of investment. Because imagine if Olamide has to go do a concert in Paris, there's going to be investment. You have to pay promoters, you have to pay for venue and blah blah. And now how to market the show to make sure people come, you know, and that kind of investment when it comes to Ghana, it's rare to see. it's very rare to see like we trying to pump a lot of money into the thing. So it's all about the mind believing that when I put in the money, it will take me where I want to go. And excuse me, I'm not trying to downplay the Ghanaian spirit, but Nigerians have this kind of like, yeah, like they want to do it. They want to prove a point. Whether they fail, they keep trying. And then imagine it took how many years for Sarkodie, one of our biggest acts, to now announce the O2. You know, he's been here for over a decade and he's now announcing the O2. But then someone like, let's say Fireboy, has announced the O2 multiple times. So you see the level of investment. Sarkodie is still an independent artist, not signed to any label. So he's doing it now. Maybe it might be a partnership or some, you know. So the investment is the most important thing. Because being able to mingle with those people, I saw what it was. Just the investment. When you do it right, we take it global. And then rap music, as I said, is not really our thing in Africa here. But then Afrobeat is thriving because that's who we are. So you just have to balance yourself. I mean, Sak is a rapper, but he jumps on a lot of Afrobeat because he knows that is what it is. So yeah.
Okay.
The right music, the right sound, the right investment will take you there.
But if you had the opportunity, right, to assemble and have your dream cipher, African rappers, who would you bring on board?
Including myself?
Yes. I mean, you are hosting it, so.
Yeah, so me, Lyrical Joe. Nasty C. There's this rapper in the East. He has a song with Sarkodie.
Is it?
Calligraph Jones. Calligraph Jones, yes. And then there's this young artist in SA. His name is Usimamane. I don't know if I'm mentioning it right. Yeah. So those are the rappers I'll put on, and then I have Payday from Ghana. Ooh. Yeah, one of my favorite rappers. Yeah, I think that would do. We'll give them a killer cyber, you know. Yeah.
Alright, so we're still having a conversation with Keeny Ice right here, and we're wondering, okay, we want to listen to his music, we want to see what he has on the camp. But let's go straight to Nigeria. I know he had a collaboration with Victor Edi. Yes, let's go check it out. Was brought us here up till this time, and we're still having a conversation with Keeny Ice. So we saw Victor Edi right there. It's an amazing tune. You could see the blend together, the sound, the rap, and everything is actually on point. Let's talk about the collaboration, how it came about.
Yeah, I mean, before the song, I met Victor Edi. We were already good, through my management back then. And then his management too, they had this relationship. So we, the artists who, eventually got to meet, and then we had that vibe. So he came to Ghana, and then We just cooked this one. But then we shot the video in Lagos, one of the biggest art galleries in West Africa, the Nike Art Gallery. It was restricted to shoot videos there, but I mean, I had some God behind me. So when I went to ask for permission, they're like, okay, let's try. Because I had to propose that when I do this, I'm from Ghana. I do this, the whole Africa is going to see your gallery. So yeah, and they just allowed us to do it. We shot it in 48 hours. Flew back to Ghana, waited for the final result. It came out good. Then we just put it out.
All right, let's talk about media presence there, because I know definitely Nigerians will be calling for interviews here and there. How was the moments like? Let's talk about those beautiful side of the story too.
It was feeling good because I mean, probably from the ghetto now they take flight, they go Lagos anyhow. You know, going on TV, they're doing a lot of media rounds. My this particular song and some other one that I shot there as well were on Sound City. Ghana top 10. I made it all the way to number 4. You know, back then with Stoneboy and the rest and all that. So it was feeling good. I could see that, okay, now the path is straightening. You know, so I was in the media space. I was performing in Nigeria, gathering all these experiences and making a lot of link-ups and all. So right now, it's like I have some kind of family in Nigeria. You know, because when I check my statistics, you see that aside Ghana, Nigeria is the second country that really streams my music.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
You know, every artist faces setback. You know, it's something that happens, even every career as well. So when you are going through that moment, what helps you to bounce back on your feet?
I mean, as I said earlier, I put everything in the music. So sometimes when people want to read me, they get to listen to my songs. So knowing that, even if let's say I'm kind of sad and I record a sad song today, I might not put it out. I'll wait. When I'm in a good mood, I'll release it. So now you don't know what is happening, because you see me smiling, you don't see me having any sad demeanor, but I'm putting out sad music. But I'm always putting the emotions in the music. So it's like a getaway for me, because I'm that kind of person that I don't like to talk about, especially when I'm in pain or something. You know, so I'd rather just put in the music, because there are a lot of people out there who are going through the same thing, so they just connect. So I'm selling my emotions as well, you know.
But besides sleeping on the couch for 2 years at the recording studio, do you recall some toughest moments in your career?
Yeah, a lot. One significant one, I got off the label that was putting me on all the Nigeria rounds and everything. So yeah, because when the contract ended, it didn't end on a bad note, but then, you know, everybody, business is happening, and the CEO needed to travel. So even though he was still supporting from far, it wasn't like how when the contract was happening. So now I have to now become an independent artist, having to do all the things that the record label was doing for me. Back then I was just focused on the music, because people were going to do all the marketing and everything. Now I'll just record the music.
That was your job, just write, record.
But then now I have to be the record label, you know. I have to market the music, I have to invest in it, I have to do everything myself. So it felt kind of, it put me a little bit down, because you know, from that to this, because it's going to be like the visibility will surely come down. But then I accepted it, because I felt, okay, maybe this is another challenge that the universe is bringing me, because now I need to learn the job. So I just take it on, and I've been independent since then. But I have an amazing team, you know. Shouts to Cloud9 Gang. We've been doing this thing for some years now, and I mean, there's a lot of growth, so we keep going.
That's amazing. A lot of growth, and we keep going. So, looking through your journey, you know, getting collaborations back then, dropping them from labels, you know, doing things on your own. In a word, how would you describe your journey?
Bittersweet.
Bittersweet.
Yeah, bittersweet. And eventful, and then more of a learning curve, because you can't know everything. In music you learn on the job. Yeah, so yeah, bittersweet, eventful, learning curve.
Still celebrating Keeny Ice right here. We've got a visualizer on standby titled Hosanna. Let's go and have it. that this is basically a compilation of the journey so far, you know, the ups and downs, and finally we are here, Hosanna, and that is the inspiration behind the song. But you see, earlier on the show, we shared with our viewers a video of an up-and-coming artist that was literally booed on stage. You know, they just wouldn't listen to him, and he was like, you know what, I know this is now because I'm not popular, but then give me like some time, I will bounce back. As an artist, maybe you've had that experience before. How was it like, and what did you learn from that?
a lot of experiences like that. You know, you go to some performances and then the people, they are just watching. You know, I remember some event in Nigeria. I was performing. It was more like a political ball. So you have the big men sitting around the round tables and everything. I was performing, you know, roaming about, trying to, you know, just to impress. And then a waitress was just passing by. You know, that kind of thing. Wow. It's like you are not there, but
I'm performing too.
Yeah, you know, so they tap your head out and pass. I was like, really? You know, but it's that's just what he said. It's growth. Once your name is has become a household name, you don't get to feel these things or see these things anymore. And it happens on a lot of levels. You know, I remember one A-list artist from Ghana was also narrating the fact that he went outside, I think the US or UK, and then was performing, and you know, something like that happened. People were just watching, they don't know him. So as you're here, it happens, but as you get there, trying to get on the international stages too, you get to see these things. But it's just motivation for me. Because I remember one funny incident. Myself and Adam went to a Salah Fest, Nima, and then he was performing, he introduced me, I was performing, and then I think he dropped, give me the Akufari, Muhammad. So whenever I say, give me the Akufari, the crowd will say, Awe, Muhammad, Awe, you know? We had all that, but then we just, yeah, it's like, wow. You have to gather all these experiences, so yeah.
When was the last time you got booed? You don't remember, right?
No, I don't remember. Yeah, you can't boo me no more, because when I come on stage, even when you're not paying attention, you return, because I'm a very great performer. I started performing before I even started recording music.
Right.
So I was doing more of the freestyle, come on stage with the beat, because I be curtain raiser most of the shows. So you have to impress the crowd.
He has a term for them.
What's the term?
Veranda boys.
Yeah, I was a veranda boy back then. But when I come, you know, I've been able to use that to build a fan base for me, because people know that when this guy comes, he's surely going to, you know. So you can't boo me. You can't.
Right. But let's talk TGMA. Are you going to submit this year?
Yeah, I've already submitted.
You have?
You know?
Okay.
Yeah, because as an artist, this is like our Grammy. As a Ghanaian artist, the TGMA is like, you know, there. So sometimes too, you might just file it for filing sake, because I'm an artist, I need to do that. But sometimes you file it because you believe that you have to be in there. So 2024, I was in the unsung category. Shout out to Kosia Moga and the Larry X Lola and the rest of the nominees. You know, it was a great experience. So since then, I kept filing. So I've already filed. Hopefully, we get in there. You know, we show them some one or two things.
So, what nominations do you want?
Oh, a lot. I filed for best rap performance, best collab, Gota.
Gota. Okay.
Yeah. Best hip hop song, Gota as well, and then another one featuring the Kosia Moga Window of my Ice Code EP, and then best collaboration, my song Packaging featuring DJ Slim, and then best new artist. Now you don't need a song.
Yeah, you don't.
They just need to see that you've put in the work. And I mean, in the year under review 2025, Keeny has been all over the place. And then I crowned the year with my annual concert, Loud Enough Loud, one of the biggest outdoor events last year. Stoneboy came through. Crazy enough, loud. Over 65,000 people came out. I had the minister for tourism, arts and culture. She was there. I had the council of state member, Walter Region. He was there. I had a lot of like MPs and, you know, people of public influence came to sit all through the night. I even had the Power One chief of Aflau, Togbi Ajon Gagamanya Fiti the Fit. He was sitting there.
Aflau is yours. Keep it.
You know, so that event had shared the same date with Tidal Wave. but we still were able to pull it off. So, I mean, 2025 was one of the busiest years for me. So, I believe I should be in there. You know? Yeah. Because even some of the biggest names in the country were not able to do that. So, yeah.
That's the energy.
Yeah.
And it's a new year.
Yeah.
Well, what's happening?
We are doing times 10 of what we did last year. So just work for me. I've started with Hosanna. I got a new one coming this month. I mean, we keep going.
What's the title?
You want to know?
Yeah.
I don't have a title for it. Sadly, you know, that's how my music comes. I do the song and then I have to think of how to put a title on it. But great song, solid song. You guys will love it. Just watch out.
At what point or what emotions were you in putting this project together, the new one I'm talking
This
about?
new one?
Yeah.
I was in an accomplished mood.
Okay.
I feel like, okay, all these years of grinding and, you know, trying to find where I think I found my footing, and it's now time for me to start from another level. Because, I mean, being able to do all that last year is like putting me on. And then, I mean, being on the Torture EP is something.
Yeah.
So I feel like, okay, I'm in a different zone now. So this is an accomplished part of Keeny. Even though he's chasing more, he's trying to show you that I've been able to move from point A to B. So now let's take it to C and D.
So I think we have a rapid fire for you. So it's either yes or no. I think Jay is going to start.
I know like this, yes and no.
Sometimes just demand like one answer, right? We don't get to explain
a lot of
much.
trouble.
No, don't overthink it. I think our process is very cool with this one, so you will survive. So Jay,
So let me start with this. So a song you wish you wrote or own.
Ooh. Okay, Love Yours by J. Cole.
okay.
Yeah.
Best stage moments you never forget.
Okay, performing at the nominees jam, TGMA's Cape Coast 2024. Crazy, because this is an unknown person coming on a stage and then he's all over the place with some energetic performance and the people just started shouting, you know. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So if you could rename yourself for a day, what name would you choose?
Acidic Atom. Yeah, I'm small but mighty.
Mighty.
Interesting. Hip hop or Afrobeat? If you had to pick one forever.
Hip hop, yeah, forever there is hip hop.
Okay.
Yeah.
So lose your voice or lose your whole catalog, which one would you choose?
Use the catalog because the voice go make I will build even times 10 of the catalog, so the catalog can go.
Right. Artists you love to collaborate with next.
Moogies.
Okay.
Yeah, Moogies has been one of the features I put somewhere on a list that I have to do these things before I retire from music.
Okay.
Moogies is part of it.
Okay. Now let me get nosy.
Okay.
Female celebrity crush.
Right now, I don't think I have one, but right now, because maybe as you say now they grow. Back then, 2-3 years back then, I was crashing hard on Wendy Shea. Yeah, I still really like him though, but now I like him in a sense where I want us to work together.
But initially you like.
Yeah, like. Yeah, and then on the side, she's a very determined artist as well. So. Yeah, I love people who don't wait on people. They just do their thing. So even though I was liking her back then, just like right now I like her because I would love us to work.
Now she's a sister to you.
Not like a sister though. I mean I know Wendy is a made woman right now. And there should be a lot of I don't like competition. So
look at you.
Yeah. But now we'll just work.
Are you scared you lose a competition? You don't like competition in general?
I don't when it comes to that side, I don't like to do that because it has to happen naturally. But then, I mean, when we keep working, who knows? The universe knows how to play the game, so let's see how it goes.
Right. But on Monday, we had Reggie on the phone, and he wants Wendy Shea to win, like, this year's Artist of the Year so bad. Do you think Wendy is capable of winning the Artist of the Year?
Yeah, she's a wild card if she gets the nomination. She's a wild card in there because I mean it's a male dominated industry, so she being able to keep it up all these years and still be able to be in the competition and conversations, well, she's a wild card. Probably win it.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
Right. So back to our rapid fire again. One artist you'd battle in rap for fun.
Rap for fun? Sarkodie.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's just be going back and forth with the bars. No disrespect though.
Yeah. Right.
All right. So I want to find out from you. You choose one stage. Your concert stage in Aplau or perform on TGMA.
Probably house. People go hail me proper for that side. But then they will still hail me when they see me on the bigger stage, which is more of a national coverage kind of thing. So yeah, they themselves, they will choose the TGMA stage for me. So, yeah.
Okay. Lastly, music genre you haven't tried but want to.
Music genre I haven't tried. I do EDM music. I do plenty. Okay, I don't do reggae yet, so I'll try reggae. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So lastly, one artist who's passed you would like to resurrect and feature on Hosanna.
Resurrect and feature on Hosanna.
Yeah.
We go talk say the me talk say he passed.
No, he's maybe like I'm saying someone who's dead and gone. You know, artist.
Yeah. Dead and gone.
Yeah.
Oh, Castro. If Castro is on Hosanna, crazy. You know his vocals now and his skills. I love that man because outside music he's very selfless. When he comes in the studio and he's recording, I quickly go wash his car. And he being a hustler, when he comes, I be like, this guy be smart, he give me money. So that's how we build the relationship. And when he comes, we all eat together. We put the food on the floor, we squat, like he's just that guy that knows the struggle. So
are you in denial or you've accepted that Castro is gone?
I used to be in denial, but it's obvious he's not coming. So he's gone. I don't like to say RIP because I've not seen his body, but he's not here, so yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're wrapping up the conversation with you, Keeny Eyes. I don't know what you're going to tell your viewers and fans watching you this morning.
So big shout out to everybody watching Keeny Eyes right now. I'm on Shobiz TV, so it means I'm a big star. You understand? A big shout out to everybody supporting the brand over the years. Shout out to you watching me, every new fan that I've gained right now. My name is Keeny Eyes, spelled as KEENYICE on all social media. And then on all your favorite streaming platforms, it's still Keeny Eyes. I have music for every mood, so just go check out my catalog. Great music in there. Shout out to all the crew inside Shobiz TV right now. Thank you guys, the hosts, for having me. I got Hosanna out on all streaming platforms. Great song. Go check it out. I got a new one coming this month. So keep eyes on my social media and keep it love with me. I love you guys so much. And then shouts to the whole team, Cloud9 gangs. Bless up.
Right. But since you've been a professional footballer before, what's your favorite team?
I'm a Barcelona fan. But in Ghana, I love Hearts of Oak.
Alright. That's it. What's your problem? You okay now?
Barca for life.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, get it? Barca for life.
I liked you until I had Barcelona.
Hey, true.
Anyway.
But what team is the best team in the world?
Okay. Alright. Hey.
So the fact that he chose Barca and chose Accra Hearts of Oak, I
didn't choose Barca. Barca chose me.
Barca chose you.
Yes. When I was 9 years old, I went to the thrift market and then I got a jersey. I had Rivaldo on it, number 10. I love the colors. Since then I discovered the team that, okay, this is the team, okay. This is the way I go die.
I don't know if that's a thing, because I remember I also told you the first jersey my dad bought for me, that was it Atletico Madrid or something?
You said it was Aston Villa?
No, Aston Villa, yeah. So I started following them just because. And so, bro, Barca.
And there's some of the great names in football.
They've all made their way through.
Let's see the goats. He's from there. So what are you saying?
Okay, let me fix my cap. At this point in time, my lady needs some water.
He's a Chelsea fan, so he doesn't like you.
No. So why are you trying to tell the whole table? She's a Madrid fan, and she's always hitting on Barcelona. If you want to make a point, you want to call the name of Barca.
Why are you being like Judas Iscariot right now? Why are you telling me out?
I've met people like her. We know how to deal with them, so no problem.
Alright, so we are wrapping it up. It's been a beautiful Thursday morning right here on the screen. So we brought you